Let me guess, your LinkedIn headline still says something like student at university, right? Well, if you're a recent grad and you're just not getting those interview calls, you are in exactly the right place. In this explainer, we are going to transform that profile from a passive placeholder into an absolute opportunity magnet.
Okay, so let's just get right to it with a tough question. Is your LinkedIn profile basically invisible to the people who matter most? You know, the recruiters and the hiring managers? It's a scary thought for sure, but it's a really common problem for a lot of people just starting their careers.
Just look at the difference here. I mean, it's night and day. On the left, you're a student. It's passive. On the right, you're a video editor with skills in motion graphics and the Adobe Creative Suite. This isn't just about changing a few words. It's a massive strategic shift. You're going from describing who you were to showcasing what you can actually do for a company right now.
And that leads us to our first big idea. It's really a mental switch you've got to make. You're not a student anymore, okay? You are a professional in your chosen field, and your profile needs to scream that from the rooftops.
So here's the absolute key takeaway. LinkedIn is not just some online resume that you set up once and then forget about. No way. It's your active, living, professional network. It's your personal brand. It's the place where you build connections. It is a dynamic tool, not a static, dusty document.
So how do we actually build this killer professional identity? Well, let's break down the anatomy of a great profile. We're going to look at the key sections that recruiters are actually scanning for. What are the pieces you absolutely positively have to get right?
First up, and this one is huge, is the headline. I want you to think of this as your professional billboard. It's that one critical line of text right under your name, and it has to tell everyone, instantly, who you are and what you do. Honestly, it's often the only thing people read, so it has to pack a punch.
Next, let's talk about your About section. This is your chance to tell your professional story. This isn't just a boring list of your old job duties. No, it's a story, a narrative that weaves together your skills, your proudest achievements, and where you want to go in your career, all in your own voice.
Then we've got skills and endorsements. You know, this section is all about building credibility. It's one thing for you to list your skills, but it's a whole other level when those skills are verified by other people in your network. That's what we call social proof, and it tells recruiters that other professionals can vouch for you.
And of course, beyond those main parts, we're going to cover the details that really make a profile shine. We're talking about your photos, that all-important open-to-work status, how to frame your experience, and how to get those game-changing recommendations. Trust me, a complete profile is a powerful one.
All right, are you feeling a little bit overwhelmed by all this writing? Like, how am I going to write all this stuff? Don't be, because now we're going to let you in on a little secret. Your secret weapon for crafting perfect professional content without the headache, an AI writing assistant.
And look how simple this can be. You can literally copy and paste this exact prompt into a tool like ChatGPT. The magic here is that you're not asking it to guess what you want. You're telling it to ask you the right questions so it can spit out content that's actually tailored to you.
The whole process really just boils down to 3 simple steps. First, you prompt the AI with clear instructions like the one we just saw. Second, you answer the questions it gives you with all the details about your skills and goals. And third, and this is super important, you customize the output. You have to tweak what the AI gives you to make sure it really sounds like you. Okay, let's get into the fun part. We've got the concepts down, we've got our AI helping with the text, so now let's actually build your standout profile piece by piece. Let's start with your profile picture, because this is your digital first impression. The do's are super simple. A nice, clear background, professional clothes, and a friendly, approachable expression. The don'ts are just as simple. Please, no busy backgrounds, no party pics, no bathroom selfies, and definitely no blurry, pixelated images. Now, what about that big empty space at the top of your profile? Your cover photo. Do not leave this blank. That's prime real estate. Use a simple and often free tool like Canva to create a custom banner. It's an amazing opportunity to visually show off your skills or the industry you're in. Okay, here's a pro tip that a lot of people miss. In your open-to-work settings, you have an option for who can see it. Make sure you set your visibility to all LinkedIn members, not just recruiters only. Why? Because a ton of hiring managers aren't officially tagged as recruiters on the platform, and this little switch makes sure they can see you're looking. When you're adding skills, I want you to think in 3 main categories. First, you have your hard skills. These are the teachable technical things, like knowing Adobe Premiere Pro. Then you've got your soft skills,
which are all about how you work with people, like communication. And finally, you have your strategic skills, the big picture abilities like storytelling. A truly great profile has a healthy mix of all three.
Finally, to really build that rock-solid credibility, you need to show some proof. Add any licenses or certifications you've earned. These are verifiable facts about what you can do. And please, don't be shy about asking for recommendations from former mentors, professors, or colleagues. A single great recommendation can be a total game changer.
So your profile is looking fantastic. You're done, right? Not even close. A great profile isn't something you just set up one time. Let's talk about how to make sure it keeps working for you in the long run.
Here's the most important thing to remember from this whole section. A great profile is a living document. Think of it like a plant, not a statue. You can't just set it and forget it. To stay visible in the LinkedIn algorithm and on recruiters' radars, you have to keep it active.
And keeping it active is way simpler than it sounds. Here's a little weekly checklist to get you started. Try to post something relevant a couple of times a week. Follow 5 new recruiters or experts in your field. Follow a few companies you'd love to work for. And pay it forward by endorsing the skills of a few of your connections. It's all about that engagement.
So, there you have it. You've done the work. You've transformed your profile from that passive placeholder into a professional powerhouse that attracts opportunities. The only question left is this: what's the very first opportunity you're going to go after?